On the bench today, the new Makita BO007CG Sheet Sander. We'll look at some of the other ones in just a moment, but first, I haven't taken this out of the box yet. I got this at Field Days. If you don't know what Field Days is, check out the video up here, down there. There's a new battery in that video and a new chainsaw, woohoo! But yeah, I haven't taken this out, so let's do a good old-fashioned unboxing video, shall we? See what's in here. Alright, what have we got? Well, first up, we've got the cord. Yes, this is a battery tool, but it's a battery tool that comes with a cord. More on that in a moment. Instructions, obviously. Oh, a punch plate for making your own sandpaper. Looks nasty, doesn't it? Dust bag. A little hook. A strap for your arm. The dust extractor port. And the tool itself. Complete with one sheet of 120 grit. 120 grit mesh. If you haven't used mesh sanding pads as opposed to like standard sandpaper before, give these a go. They are far superior in my opinion. It's always good to have this sacrificial pad there because the hooks can get worn off quite easy with these if you go too hard for too long. The hooks come through, they get worn off. Next time you put a sheet on, won't stick. So that's where these sacrificial pads are good, so that you don't stuff your main pad there, because that's going to be a lot more expensive to replace than one of these. Now, as well as using the hook and loop system to put sheets on, you can of course do it the old fashioned way. Use standard sandpaper with no velcro-y shit on it and clip them on front and back with good old fashioned clamps. So as you can see, got one at the back there, boom, and of course on the front as well. You can buy sheets already pre-made with all the holes in the right places, or you can get rolls of paper and punch the holes yourself using this nasty thing. I'll show you how it works in a moment, but basically you put the paper on there and then stamp it down on there, bang, punches the holes so that your dust extraction will work. And the dust extraction on these, well, all the other ones I've tried in the series so far, has been pretty darn good. Dust extraction is via this, screws on to your hose and then clicks on like so. Fits on all of the sanders in this series, 7 of them so far. Let's take a look at some of the other ones briefly. The 01 is a 125mm or 5-inch random orbital sander with a 5mm orbit. The 02 is a 150mm or 6-inch 5mm orbit random orbital sander. The 03 is a 3mm 125mm sander, and the 04 is a 150mm or 6-inch 3mm orbit sander. When it comes to the random orbital sanders, the 150 pad can be put on this. I have done that in another video. Check that out up here in the top corner and down in the description. The 05 is basically a quarter sheet sander like seen here on the screen. And the 06 is a 3mm orbit sort of detailed delta sander here. And then finally the 07, the one we are looking at today. Now, in this video I will also put that up against this. This is my favorite 18 volt LXT sander. It is, of course, as you can see, third sheet sander, but running on a different system. And as you can see, size wise, the battery goes on here too, remember. Let's just grab a battery. Quite a bit chunkier than the XGT version. The XGT version is, well, I mean, it's not much more than half the height of this thing. It's probably, maybe it's 2/3 the height of this. Significantly smaller and significantly lighter. Wow, that's a big difference. Now, of course, the battery isn't attached yet, but it is not attached to the tool. It is attached via this lead and this adapter. Comes with a 1.6 meter adapter lead thing, but you can also get up to 5 meter long ones. So if you grab a 5 meter one, it comes with a bunch of straps as well, so you can hook it along your hose for your vac, which is very handy. You can have that on your cordless vac and be out anywhere you want and be sanding relatively dust free. It is adjustable in speed from 6,000 to 12,000 oscillations. Got the power button there easily on the front. A good comfortable tools, these nice and light, fit in the hand nicely. As you can see, there's quite a size difference between the 40 and the 18. The 18, look at the height of that thing. It's almost twice the height. It's pretty heavy too, it's almost twice the weight. Because the battery has to be on top all the time, you've got to carry that weight in your hand, whereas with the 40 volt, it is of course on the end of a cable, which can be sitting on a bench, hooked on your belt, whatever. So this is much heavier. You do have that downward pressure, which can be nice, but much heavier tool overall. How much heavier? Let's take a quick look. So with the battery, no dust hose or anything connected, 2.173 kgs, whereas this one is 1.125 kgs. So a kg lighter, even without the battery. This is still significantly heavier than the 40 volt. Coming in at 1.55 kgs basically. So still significantly heavier than the new 40 volt. This one doesn't have AWS. You can get one with AWS, but this particular one isn't. This of course is AWS. This is variable speed. This is variable speed, but only 3 speeds. Whereas this one here has the dial, so you can put it wherever you want. I've set them both up with a 60 grit sheet, so they are ready to go for a bit of a comparison here. I've used the sheets like this rather than the mesh ones because this one takes mesh but this one can't, because this is just a soft pad. There is no hook and loop on this one like there is on this. So this uses everything. You can use Velcro pads, mesh ones, good old-fashioned clamp-em-on style, but with this one you are stuck just with the clamp-ons. Although looking at the clamps, I think I prefer the clamp on this one. It's real tight. I mean, I haven't tried this yet, hopefully it's not a problem, but it just doesn't seem as robust as the ones on here, which are, yeah, good and meaty. And a different system, a flat clamp on the end rather than just the round wire clamp on the top. Now these are basically finish sanders, and if I haven't already said it, it's 2mm orbit, whereas this one, even though it's a finish sander, it is still the most powerful 18 volt cordless sander available from Makita. It's much better at removing material than the random orbital, whereas I doubt that will be the case with this one, because the random orbital in this line of 40 volt tools is a beast, whereas this one is not going to remove that much, I wouldn't have thought. So it'll be interesting to see if it removes as much as this, or whether it's got a finer orbit. I'm not sure what the orbit is on this one. So yeah, these might be pretty similar compared to the other tools between 40 volt and 18 volt, but there's only one way to find out. Nice looking bit of wood. What about the other side? Now what done is not very scientific, I know. But to me, it feels like the 18 volt, as I suspected, is actually more powerful than the 40 volt. This is a finer orbit. This should get you a nicer finish maybe than this, but this will remove material a bit quicker. This is sort of a good all-round sander, whereas this is designed just to finish it off after you've already maybe gone over with your random orbital sander, which is of course how the sanders are sort of designed to work. Whereas with the 18 volt there's not as much choice, and if you're going to buy just one, this is better than the random orbital. Having said all that though, this is of course much heavier to use in this, not as comfortable because you've got the handle on the back and the knob on the front. So if you're using it two-handed it's okay, but if you're using it one-handed you want to put your hand on the top. They do come with a rubber pouch thing to go over the top. Well, in some countries they do. Not in the country I bought this one from, which was Japan. This one, much more comfortable in the hand. I mean, it's just night and day. The vibrations feel nicer to you. You haven't got that extra weight. You've got the comfort grip. This is much, much, much nicer to use. But this does actually, by the looks of things, remove the material a little bit quicker. But you don't have the option of the mesh that you do with this one and the Velcro pads. So this is still, superior to this one. But this is a good all-round 18 volt sander, I reckon. Barely anything on number 1. Back to number 5. So you can push down on that pretty hard. Went through the different speeds there as you saw. Wasn't cutting that quick compared to the 18 volt. They both feel basically the same. Once I started putting a bit more pressure on this, it started to cut a bit quicker. You can put quite a lot of pressure on that and it doesn't lose the power. Let's just do a quick stall test with the two of them. So, pushing down pretty hard, trying to stall. Okay, can be stalled, but if you're sanding like that, you're a maniac. Okay, 40 volt time. I like doing this to my brand new tools. Top speed. I put all my weight on that. I even jumped off the ground while pushing down, left the ground, all my weight, and all it did was tear the paper. So if you like pushing hard on a sander, well, 40 volt wins, I guess. So initially this didn't feel as much of an upgrade as the previous 40 volt ones did over the 18 volt. But as you get used to it, this is just much nicer to use. But if you want to remove material quicker, that's actually a little bit quicker. Although you can push down, as I said, quite hard on this to remove material. This has better dust extraction because look at all the holes you've got in here. If you're using mesh, then you're going to get a much better, not only finish really these days, the mesh will remove material faster, so that might make it a little bit better than this. And also the mesh allows dust to go through almost anywhere. And look at all those holes, so it's getting sucked up by your vac, so much better dust extraction than the old 18 volt one. And of course this will run much longer because you can have an 8 amp hour 36 volt battery on this, where at the moment you can only have up to a 6 on this. Although the 9s and 12s are coming, I don't know how well they'll fit on there. We'll have to wait and see till those come out. This thing is of course better looking. I think I said when I reviewed this that it wasn't going to win any design awards. It's a little bit utilitarian looking, isn't it? Compared to this, which is built for comfort and speed. It's just a nice looking unit and feels nice in the hand. And that's about all I've got to say for that. So if you want to see any of the other ones, they're up there, down there. Cheers.